Hi, today we're going to do the distance learning packet, and this is the third packet you've received. It's also the last packet for first grade. So once you finish this, you're done with first grade until next year. Now, I want you to notice the difference of this one is that it has dates on it. Instead of saying day 1 through 15, it says May 5th through 28th. So I'm going to be releasing the videos by date. So if you're going to look for the video for the first day, you're going to need to look for May 5th since that's the first day. So just like the other packets, we're going to start with reading for 15 minutes. This packet also has books at the end of it that you can cut out and fold and read. You can use Epic Books. There's a ton of books on there. Benchmark Advance has a ton of books. You can also listen to stories on Storyline Online and Just Books Read Aloud and whatever other resources your teacher has given you to read from. Alright, so make sure you do that every day. That is really, really important. So for reading today, we're going to read the story Shapes in the Clouds. And I really enjoyed this story, so I hope you will enjoy it too. So if you would read along with me, that would be great. Shapes in the Clouds. Sam dropped the ball near Mom and frowned. Kurt didn't come. Can we go home? Sam asked. Mom said, okay, but first let's look at the clouds. Sam nodded and sat down. He liked finding shapes in the clouds. I see a bird, Mom said. Sam saw it too. The cloud looked like it had wings. I see a boat with 2 oars, Sam said, and now it's turning into a race car. Sam smiled. He felt better. This was just as much fun as football. So one thing we want to talk about today is character. Character are the people or animals or once in a while objects in a story that do action. So in this story, we can look through, we can find names of people, and let's see if they're characters. So here we have Sam dropped the ball. Is Sam a character in the story? He is. He does action, he speaks, he does part of the story. He drops the ball near Mom. Now what about Mom? Does she do something in the story? Does she talk or does she do action? Yes, she does. Kurt didn't come. What about Kurt? Now Kurt is the name of a person. Does he speak in this story? Does he do any action in this story? He actually does not. So he is a character, but he's not a character that you would want to talk about when you're talking about character because he doesn't actually do anything. So he's not really important to the storyline. You could have put any name there and it would not have mattered. So tomorrow we're going to look at the same story again, only we're going to look at it for a different purpose. So you can practice this story for reading. That would be really good reading fluency for you. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to look at phonics. And I know phonics is not on our map, but there are phonics spellings you have not learned yet. And we want to make sure that we're learning those because otherwise you're going to go into 2nd grade and your teacher's going to wonder why you don't know them. So let's make sure that we know those. So the card we're working on this week is the bird card. The bird card says So it says bird, E-R-I-R-U-R. Let's do that routine one more time. Bird, E-R-I-R-U-R. And this week we're going to focus on the U-R spelling of So let's sound this word out together. Nurse. Nurse. U-R says Let's look at another one. Fur. Again, there's the U-R with that spelling. Turn. Curl. Burn. Now let's look at some sentences that have words that have the UR. The turtle had no fur. Let's read that one more time. The turtle had no fur. And so the words, of course, we're working on would be turtle and fur. And there's your turtle, and no, he does not have any fur, does he? All right, let's look at one more sentence. The nurse had a curl. What's this word? Nurse. And this one is curl. So those are two words in the sentence that have the er sound. So I just want to make sure every day I'm going to touch base with you a little bit on the phonics so that you do not fall behind in your phonics. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on the writing. And you've seen these pages many times. And today our writing prompt is to free write. Draw and write about any topic you choose. So you can choose what you want to write about. You can choose who you want to write about. You can write about a person, a place, an animal, a game you like, a movie, a TV show, whatever you want to write about. I bet a lot of you are playing a lot of video games, so you could write about your video games you're playing. So I think I'm going to write about something that I miss because we've been home, we haven't been able to go anywhere. And so I'm going to write about the beach. So you don't have to write about the beach, but I want to write one as an example of what I would write. So I'm going to start off with, I like the beach for my topic sentence. I like the beach. I'm still paying attention to capitals at the beginning, space between the words, and punctuation. We don't want to forget to do that just because we've been out of the schoolroom. Okay, now I said I like the beach. That's a good first sentence, but we know that's kind of a kindergarten type sentence. We need to add more. So I'm going to tell you what I like about the beach. So I'm going to say I like to watch the waves. So there's something that I like about the beach just to add to my writing to make it better. And I think I'm going to say I want to go back to the beach soon. So now I'm going to read my sentences. I'm going to make sure they make sense. When you read them out loud, you'll know they make sense. If you don't read them out loud again, you might make mistakes. Sometimes I make mistakes and I have to go back and fix them. So let's read it with me. I like the beach. I like to watch the waves. I want to go back to the beach soon. My sentences all make sense. I have 3 sentences. I have 3 periods. I've capitalized everything that I'm supposed to capitalize. So all I have left to do is my picture. So I can draw a picture of the beach and some of the things I like, which I'm not going to do in this video. Maybe later I'll do a video of a drawing, but not today. So do your writing, pause the video, do your writing, or you can wait to do your writing at the very end of the video if you would prefer to do that. So let's see, we've done our writing. Now we're going to work on our grammar. And the grammar is important. They don't take us very long, but it is important because it helps us to become better writers. So we've been working with verbs, and last week we worked with verbs when you add an S to a verb, when you don't add an S to a verb. This week we're going to work with past tense verbs. So they're action words and they're things that have already happened. So most past tense verbs end in the letters ED. So we're going to look at some ED words. We landed safely. I'm not landing right now, I'm making a video. So I must have done that before. So I add ED to that word. We looked at the stars. Obviously I'm not looking at stars right now, so I did it in the past. So I add ED to the word. Tell that I did it before, not that I'm not doing it right now. So now we're going to write the past tense form of the verb on the line. We walk to school. So how we do this is we write the verb. So the verb was walk, and we spell it exactly like they did, W-A-L-K. Now to show that it happened in the past, what letters do we need to add? And I told you that you had to add ED to the word. So now I'm going to add an E and a D. Then we can reread the sentence with the past tense verb. We walked to school. And there we go. That's your past tense verb. Let's keep going. Carlos and I play outside. So we start with your verb play. And again, don't change the spelling. You write it just like it is. And then what letters are we going to add? E-D. Let's read the sentence together. Carlos and I played outside. I jump up and down. So we're going to write the word jump. And we know how to spell jump. It's a high frequency word. Plus they gave it to us. J-U-M-P. And then we add our ED to show that we're not jumping up and down right now, because I'd probably knock my camera over, right? That wouldn't be good. I jumped up and down. Okay, let's look at number 4. Our teacher called us inside. So if you were on the playground, I would call you inside, but I can't do that right now. So that must have happened before. So we're going to write call, C-A-L-L. Now we add ED to show that we're not doing it now, but that we did in the past. And let's read it now. Our teacher called us inside. We all help clean up. So what word are you going to write? Help. H-E-L-P. We all help clean up. And what letters do we add? E-D. Helped. I asked the teacher a question. Now what am I going to write? That word ask. Ask. And then what do I put at the end? E-D. Let's read it now. I asked the teacher a question. All right, let's see if we are done with that page. We have done our past tense verbs, so we are ready to move on to our math. So we have 2 things we're doing today in math, and they're both using review skills that we have done. So we are going to start with math warm-up, make a number. So we have our number 5, and we've done an activity like this before. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out different ways of showing 5. So they've given us 2 examples. 7 minus 2 equals 5. So 7 minus 2 is one of your examples. 2 plus 3 plus 0, that equals 5 as well, right? So that one would be 1. So I'm going to do two more with you, and then I'm going to have you try some on your own. So I'm going to do a subtraction one, and I'm going to start with 10. And I want to know how many you take away to get to 5. So I know 5 is all the fingers on one hand. So I'm going to count them down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's my 5. How many did I count down? 5. So 10, I took away 5 fingers, and it equaled 5. Okay, so write 10 minus 5. Now we're going to do an addition one. And when I do addition, I'm only going to use the fingers on one hand. So they did 2 plus 3, right? There's 2 plus 3. Kind of hard to do your fingers, but there it is. So I want to try a different one. So I'm going to do 1, and I'm going to split them like this. So 1 plus how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 plus 4 equals 5, because that would be all of my fingers. So I'm going to write that down. 1 plus 4 equals 5. Alright, so then you're going to do these other 4. You can either wait till the end of the video or pause the video and then do them now and then restart the video when you are ready. Okay, so that is our math warm-up, make a number. So the next part, it says it's a game. It's really more of an activity, like a review activity. And we're going to be working with writing our numbers. And we've worked on writing our numbers to 120. And I know most of you could do it. And we wrote a lot on these 100 charts. This would be technically a 99 chart. So we've done a lot of these types of charts. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using what we know about the charts to fill in missing digits. So you can cut these apart and you can divide them up and have different people do it and then make like a race to see who can do it quicker. But we're just going to do one here together. So let's look at this one right here. So we can use what we know about the number chart, and what we've seen is we've filled those in to help us figure out the missing numbers. So what do I know? I know that when I fill in a 100 chart, and I start here, all the ones places will be the same, right? I can see that on my chart. Where did it go? Wherever I just put it. Where did I just put it? Oh, right there. I can see that it does it. Look, 77, all of the ones are the same. So I know that this row is going to have all 7s in the ones place, right? I also know that when you fill in a number chart, as you go down, the 10s get bigger and the 10s get smaller as you go up. So 7, one more would be 8. So if I'm going backwards, now I could go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And now I filled in that row. Now let's look at the next one that we have here. So we have a 55. So we want to use the number they gave us to help us figure this out. So what number comes between 55 and 57? That would be 56, right? 55, 56, 57. So on this row, and we can see that on our 100 chart, that if you have 55, all the numbers in that row have 5 10s. So if we do that with ours, we know it'll be correct. So I'm going to put a 5 right here. So let's see, blank, 5, 6, 7. So what number comes before 5? That would be a 4, wouldn't it? So I'm going to put a 4 right here. Okay, so now I filled in going across and I filled in going down. So now I want to fill in the missing ones. So now I'm going to use what I've learned from doing these 2 rows to help me fill in the other rows. So these all had 5s. This one has a 4 here. How many 10s are going to be in this row? 4, right? So I'm going to fill in all the 4s on that row. This row is going to have all 6s in the 10s place. So I'm going to put my 10s right there. This one will have all 7s. I know these number patterns. I've learned these. And 8 10s, I'm going to put an 8. Now I'm not done yet because I have to do the 1s. So now when you look at the 1s place, they stay the same as you go down. So if you have a 6 here, then all of these are going to be 6s, aren't they? So you fill in 46, 56, 66, 76, and 86. Now if you have a 5 there, then what's this going to be? It's going to be a 5, right? So we put a 5. Then we can fill in 5s all the way down. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And we have 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. Filling in that pattern. Let's look at the last row then. So we have 4 10s, 5 10s, 6, 7, 8. How many 1s go in this row? There's a 4 1s here. Let's put 4 1s in all of them. 44, 54, 64, 74, 84. And if I got stuck, what am I going to do? I'm going to go back to this 99 chart. I'm going to find the number that I'm working on and figure out from there what numbers go around. And look back again at that pattern to see the numbers and how they get bigger and smaller on the chart. Now I do want to do this one with you because there are a couple that are not in rectangles. So you do have to kind of look at the pattern and figure out where we're going from there. So this one, they only give you one number. So we know this row's going to have 5 10s because this going across always has the same number of 10s. So I'm going to fill in my 5s right there. Okay? Going across, I know they get bigger. 8, what's right before 8? 7, right? So I'm going to put a 7 there. 57, 58, what is that one going to be? 7, 8, 9, right? Okay, so I have that row going across. Now I can work going down. So what do I know? These are all going to be 9s, right? Look at our pattern here we did on this. All of these are going to have 9 1s. And I know these get bigger and smaller. So what comes right before 5? 4, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I fill in 49, 59, 69, 79, 89. Now I want to figure out this number. So I'm going to use what I know about going across and going down to figure out this number. So I know this row is all going to have 8 in the 10s place, so I can put an 8 here. Now I have 9 1s here. I have 8 1s in this row. 8 1s. I'm going to bring that 8 down. I'm going to make 8 1s. All right? fill it in. So you're going to do the last 4 on your own, and if you get stuck, what are you going to do? You're going to come back to here. You're going to look and see where you're at. Let's see, 58, 58, 59, 58, 57, 80, 80, whoops, that's an 8. 88, 89, 79, 69, 59, 49. I'm going to look at this chart, find the number over here, and use it to kind of help me figure out where I got stuck. So you're looking at patterns, looking at the ones place, the tens place, where they move, and you will be good to go. All right, so once you've done this, you're done with your packet for today. Don't forget to do your reading. And today is Cinco de Mayo, so have a good Cinco de Mayo, and I will see you tomorrow.